The new year has just begun, so how about making it better than the previous one? So today we are going to talk about simple tips for managing everyday stress to have a happier life. My name is Darina and I'm doing my psychology postgrad in Australia. Let's get started. We are going to begin with the most basic tip: recognize signs of stress. Signs of stress may vary from person to person, but recognizing your own personal signs is very important. How do you know which ones are those? Pay attention when stressful situations are happening. What is happening with your mind and body? Signs of stress might include tensing your jaw, grinding your teeth, getting headaches, having problems sleeping, or becoming irritable or short-tempered. Write in the comment section what yours are. The second tip for stress management is identifying causes of stress. You have to clearly understand what are those things, events, or people that causing you stress. Sometimes it is easy, such as work or study deadlines. However, sometimes it is not and rather difficult. For example, admitting that communication with your mom is causing you stress can be challenging because it is your mom, and identifying this as a stressor can evoke some feelings of shame and guilt. But being honest with yourself is really helpful, since managing situations or interactions like this can dramatically reduce stress load. Another tip for managing stress effectively is using problem solving. I absolutely love the wise Buddhist quote: "If you can change something, why stress? If you cannot change something, why stress?" The majority of situations causing stress can be changed. For example, you can get an extension on a school assignment or work deadline. If you don't like your job, you can search for another job, and so on. So what are the steps? We have to identify the problem causing stress. Second, we have to write down a list of solutions, working through pros and cons of each. After that, we select the best one, try it out and see if it was successful or not. I know it sounds easier than it is. However, if you grab a pen and paper or write it in your notes, this step-by-step process, it might become quite helpful. Another helpful tip in stress management: change the way you talk to yourself. When we are stressed, we sometimes say negative or self-defeating things to ourselves. Unhelpful self-talk might include things like "I can't cope, I'm too busy to deal with all of it," or "I'll never get this done." Negative self-talk can make it more difficult to manage stress. Notice your self-talk and work on using helpful, soothing, and calming self-talk, such as "I'm coping well given what I have on my plate," or "Relax, this stressful time will pass. This is a stressful situation, but what is one thing I can do to help me to get through this?" The other tip for making life less stressful is keeping things in perspective. When we are stressed, it is easy to see things worse than they really are. Rather than imagining the worst case scenario and then worrying about it, ask yourself: am I overestimating the likelihood of a negative outcome? Is it actually going to happen? Am I overestimating how bad the consequences will be? Even if this is going to happen, is it going to be that bad? And the final question: am I underestimating my ability to cope? Haven't I dealt with many different things in life and been alright? Another helpful tip is practicing relaxation. Practicing relaxation, which is our beloved meditation or mindfulness, is proven to decrease stress and improve our ability to cope with future situations. If you practice it regularly, say you do it 5 minutes every evening, stress levels go down, the body and nervous system settle and become calmer. What else? look after your health. It might sound boring, but stress can affect your immune system and make you more vulnerable to a range of health problems, which can create a lot of stress. So it is like a vicious circle. Keeping yourself fit and healthy can increase your resilience to stress. The next one I really like, and it is organizing your time. Honestly, guys, who can argue that when things are all over the place, even the smallest event can knock you off your feet? So it is not just that research suggests that good time management can decrease stress and increase work and life satisfaction, but you can also see it yourself. When everything is aligned nice and smooth, life seems less stressful in general. So what are those time management strategies? They include setting goals, prioritizing and planning tasks, writing to-do lists, using a diary, setting reminders for jobs that needs doing, delegating tasks that can be done by others, etc. Also, guys, make sure you have realistic expectations for yourself and things that needs to be done urgently or can be postponed. And of course, what can dramatically reduce the amount of stress in your life is a better work-life balance. People sometimes become stressed when they devote too much time and energy to one aspect of their life at the expense of other important areas. Of course, it is easy to get stressed when there is nothing but work in your life and there are no good mates you can have fun with or no loving partner that you can feel comforted and loved by. Or on the opposite, if there are lots of parties in your life but say work or finances are suffering, that is not about a healthy life either. It also can contribute to lots of financial stress, for example. So look after all different spheres of life. Try to find this golden middle when you could be truly satisfied. And if you don't know where to start, this video about work-life balance is going to be a great help. Look after yourself and your loved ones. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time.